Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Zaku News here on the US Gundam TV channel. Thank you for joining me for this bi-weekly news video update. And so you may notice the video may be looking a little bit different from usual. That's because I was in the middle of recording this video when Crisis has stricken my camera. My good camera that I use for everything has gotten a pretty bad error, so I gotta get that fixed. But I wanted to get this video out for you guys today, so I'm just using my phone, so I'm going to do my best in post. Hopefully everything looks good for you guys, but just know that I'm not using my normal camera, and it is at the moment out of commission, and I'm going to have to see how long it's going to take to get that back up and running. But anyway, let's just get on with the news, because there's a few things that have been announced over the past couple weeks, but not really a whole lot actually, so there's not all that much to go over this week. So let's just get into it with first these Gundam Base Limited things. These are the Gundam Base Limited System Weapon Kits 003 and then 004. Now these are not really new, considering the System Weapons kits have been out for a long time, but Bandai has basically repackaged them and is now selling them as Gundam Base exclusive kits, which is nice that they're now currently available again, and it's nice that Bandai is repackaging them, because the repackaging is cool. Just for a visual aid here, they're repackaging. Before they were in like these like boxes and they look really fancy and everything. Now they're just in like kind of the normal kind of bags like this, sort of similar to like an action base like that, for example. And so I'd seen them while I was at Gundam Base in Tokyo recently, and so they do look much better. It's more appealing, I think, just being packed like simply like that. So these are 880 yen each, but again, being Gundam Base Limited exclusive items, you're going to have to get them probably through some third-party seller or something like that. So they're still going to be costing you a little bit, probably up to $15, if not maybe even $20 for these. So for just a weapons set, it does seem a little bit expensive. But there are some cool parts in there, and of course you have a lot of different mixing and matching parts to make some really awesome custom weapons with these. So they're cool sets, and it's a step in the right direction. I think that Bandai is repackaging them and making them at least available again, but hopefully these will be later on available just to buy just normally, like any sort of weapons option parts set, sort of. That would be nice. So we'll have to see, but that's System Weapon 003 and 004 are joining the lineup of Gundam Base Limited exclusive items there. All right, so next thing, we also have the Ultimate Luminous Zaku Volume 2 coming out in March for 500 yen each. Now these are also, once again, just candy toys, gashapon. Volume 2 is out in March, but Volume 1 is actually out this month, and I didn't even know about this until I saw the news about Volume 2. So I think I'd somehow missed this originally, but these are basically 9.5 centimeters, so about like maybe this big, little Zaku candy toys there. I think they're basically like simple kits they put together, but there's also like these kind of like hanger background parts to the sets that you can get, as well as a little like LED unit, I guess is why they're called the Ultimate Luminous Zaku. Little LED that you can get, which it looks like goes either in the Zaku or you can put it in like the base part, so it looks like your hanger base part also has like some light in it, which looks really cool. So I'm gonna try to get a hold of some of these because they look really interesting. So Volume 1 is out this month, Volume 2 is out in March. Sometime between now and March, at least, I'll try to get my hands on some of them to check them out. If not Volume 1, then Volume 2, we'll try to get those and check those out with you guys. So those look pretty interesting though. So if you're like me and you're just now hearing about them, maybe check those out yourself as well. Next thing here, there's a couple of P-Bandai stuff, of course. So one is the P-Bandai Metal Structure 160 scale fin funnel set for the new Gundam. Now this is not really news. Of course we knew this was coming out, but we got some new pictures, so I'll just show you those. This is out in June for 25,000 yen. So the base kit itself, without the fin funnels, this isn't like with the Master Grade or the RG, how you can get the fin funnel set as an extra set to make the double fin funnel combination. This is just the base fin funnels. The base kit doesn't come with any fin funnels at all. When the base kit itself was around $1,000. So then you have to pay another $250, $300 for the fin funnels for it. So I don't really understand who this is for, but yeah. So it's basically like a 160 scale, like a giant metal build. It's not even a kit that you build. You just unpack it out of the box, do some assembly on it, put a few parts together, and put it up on the shelf. And that's pretty much it. So yeah, I don't really get it. It kind of seems like the 160 scale version of the high-res line, or at least the high-res kits, you can at least build them yourself. But the high-res line, what I've always said about the line, like from the start, basically, in my opinion, I feel like they're really cool designs that would make for really awesome master grades. The master grades would cost a third of the amount. They'd be much more accessible and much more appealing, I think, to a lot of people if those were just master grades. And the same thing with this. If this was sold as a a perfect grade, just a regular perfect grade kit at 1/3 the price, like around $300 or something for that. That's probably what it would cost. And it included the fin funnels with the kit. I think this would be awesome. A lot of people would love a nice, like super cool, and the design is great, and the gimmicks look really cool. If this was just a regular 1/60 scale perfect grade new Gundam kit, I think this would be much more appealing. But as it is, for the price and everything, I just don't know who's really going to buy this. Some collectors and people who really like, just to have a super nice display piece, I can understand. But man, that is interesting. I assume that Bandai eventually at some point is probably going to make a perfect grade new Gundam, but not now apparently. So we'll just have to wait a little bit more for that. Just imagine if you wanted to make the double fin funnel set with this, it's going to cost you almost $2,000 in total. So, whew. All right, let's move on here. Another expensive thing, though, is the P-Bandai Perfect Grade 00 Gundam 7 Swords G Inspection Colors version. This one's out in March. This one is actually just a P-Bandai China exclusive item. So if you're living outside of China or Japan, then it's going to be kind of the same deal. It doesn't really matter for you if it's coming from China or coming from Japan. It's still going to be just a P-Bandai item that you're going to have to pay extra for. But the list price for this is around $230 for that, and it's basically just the different color option, a different color version of the PG Gundam 7 Swords G, the 00 Gundam 7 Swords G there. So I assume it'll come with different markings for that as well, different logo markings, which could be cool. But yeah, it's just the red version of that. And the last thing here is a little bit more interesting, I think, in my personal opinion, is the P-Bandai Master Grade Gundam F90 Missions Pack B-Type and K-Type. Now, I had kind of thought they were done. I didn't really expect them to actually go all the way A to Z, making 26 different packs for this, but maybe they are now. I didn't expect to see any more, but we got the B-Type and K-Type coming out. Here's the set. The really big shield thing that it's got is really cool, and of course the missile packs and everything. So this is actually one of the more interesting looking sets for the F90, I think, in my opinion. This one's out in March for 220 yen. Or sorry, not 2,200 yen, so about $22 for that, $25. Then of course it's P-Bandai, so a little bit more. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe they are actually going to go through and make 26 different sets for that. That's impressive if they do. I'll give Bandai credit for that. But again, that means you'll have to buy 26 if you want to actually have them all on display. You'd have to buy 26 of the base kit. And so that's going to be, again, pretty expensive. It's an awesome base kit, though I recently reviewed that, and I think it's a really cool kit. But yeah, if you're wanting to collect all those, it's going to cost you quite a bit. But all right, then a couple of things of just the standard release HG stuff here that we got some news for. The HG Eldora Brut, that's actually out this month for 200, again, I'm doing it again, 2,200 yen for this one. And this one, I haven't really talked, it's not news at all, and I haven't really talked about it very much, though, in the past, but I just want to show this to you because we did also get the box art for this. This is out, again, just pretty soon, later this month, but it does look pretty cool, and so I just wanted to show you this to you guys in case any of you missed this, seeing the box art for that. But it's just the four-legged quadruped version of the Death Army kit, so hopefully we'll get an actual just regular four-legged version of the Death Army kit as well sometime in the near future, not this Build Divers version, but hopefully just like the regular original G Gundam version, I hope. Also, the HD Build Divers are Jupitive Gundam. This one we talked about in the last episode, but it didn't have a name yet, so it's got the name, and we've also got the box art for it now. So just wanted to show this to you once again. We also got some new images of this. This one out in January next month for 2,200 yen as well. It does look pretty cool. The beam effect parts for it do look pretty interesting, and just like the whole the white armor and everything, just the design of it does look pretty interesting. So may have to build that kit for a third time for this new white variation. Jupitive Gundam is a pretty interesting name for that, of course, and they're making their way through the planets. Alright, then the last thing here is the HG Build Divers are Mobile Doll May. So Bandai is taking another stab at making another mobile doll kit here in January, once again next month, for 2,400 yen. It's the standard price that they're doing for all the Fumiya kits and everything. They usually always end up being 2,400 yen for these. So not really a big fan of the design of this one. I think Bandai's still not quite gotten it figured out for the design of these girl kits. Basically, the Build Diver Nami kit was a great kit. All the rest of them have just not really looked all that great. And this one is another one that just don't really quite understand some cool, interesting parts of the design. I think most of the design of the body and everything looks pretty good. The face just still looks awful. The hair looks really weird in this case too. It looks like kind of like it's made of like just like cardboard plot plate or something, and just like it doesn't look. I mean, I guess it's supposed to look robotic, right? But it looks just strange. And the guns are like kind of they look based off of the gun of the mobile sumo, which, as much as I love Turn A, I do like the design of the sumo. The handgun that the sumo uses is pretty derpy looking, and so this version of it, again, I think is just, man, it's pretty goofy looking. So I don't know, taking this kit and giving it a new face, a new head of some sort, a new head entirely, I think, and some different weapons, I think it could be salvageable, could be alright, but as it is, I don't know about the design. What do you guys think about it? Let me know in the comments. But for me, I think Bandai's still just not quite got it figured out in terms of these girl kits. So that is it for the news for this week, guys. Like I said, just a couple of things. And again, sorry about the camera quality being different than usual in this case. Hopefully my camera can get fixed pretty soon and won't cost a whole lot. But we'll see. Anyway, I've got a ton of stuff to share with you guys, so hopefully that gets sorted out sooner than later, because I've got a lot of stuff, a lot of projects and things that I'm working on, so there's a lot of cool stuff that I want to share with you. So stay tuned for that. If in case any of you guys missed it, make sure that you check out the coverage from GBWC. There's one video over on my channel on Zaku Release, and the parts 2 and 3 are here on the USA Gundam TV channel, so make sure you watch those. It was a lot of fun, and I think it was a really great insight for you guys to be able to see all the behind the scenes stuff, and me as well, not being an actual GBWC winner, to be able to go in and see all the behind the scenes stuff as well was also a great opportunity. So hopefully you guys have checked out those videos, and it was a good chance for you guys all to see that and just kind of be motivated to participate yourself in GBWC in the future. So thank you guys as always for watching. Thank you to USA Gundam Store for all of their support here for this channel, of course, and then my channel as well, all my content. I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.